Hey guys, welcome back. How are you today? We are now in November, which is so weird, but that means favorite videos. So today is going to be the book favorites from October, and this is all the books on Chicklet Plus that got 5-star reviews, either from myself or someone on my review team. I don't know, I didn't count how many books we have. At first I was gonna say we have a lot, and then my mind was like, no, I don't think we have that many, and then I'm like, I don't even know, so why don't we just hop into it? Alright, this might come as a huge shock to you, but my Surface is going to die soon, so we need to get through this video as fast as we can. I swear I say that in every video that I have to use the Surface, because if anyone else has the Surface, please let me know if this does this. We have the Surface too. It will not hold a charge. It doesn't matter if we don't use it. If it's not being plugged in constantly, it dies. All the time. We don't even use it that much. Literally. It is not a daily thing we use. If we use it like every 3 days, that's pretty good. Because I just hate it. It's always, oh my gosh. Okay. This video is not about my hate for the Surface. This is about book reviews. So the first review from October that got 5 stars is The Girl Without a Name. And this is by Sandra Block. I believe it was Annie that did the book review. It sounded really interesting when I was reading the synopsis. It says, what passes for an ordinary day in a psych ward? Dr. Zoe Goldman is stumped when a highly unusual case arrives. It's a young African-American girl. She was found wandering the streets of Buffalo in a catatonic state. She's brought in by the police. No one comes forward to claim her. All leads have been exhausted, so Zoe's treatment is the last hope to discover the girl's identity. And so basically it's about a Jane Doe who, you know, there's people involved trying to help her, trying to figure out who she is, who her identity is, who her family is, where her people are at, that sort of thing. But it sounded really interesting when I was reading the synopsis, and I was almost a little bummed that I didn't get to read it for myself. But Amy's review is really good, and basically her last line is just, read this book. So I will leave the Amazon links in the description box below for all these books, plus the links to the review on Chicklet Plus. So the next one that got 5 stars is by me, and it is for If You Only Knew, and this is by Kristan Higgins. And I actually did a full video review on just If You Only Knew that I will put in the card up above, and I will also leave the links below. I gave it a 5-star review. It's one that I listened to on audio, and I'm tending to do my audiobooks as just like one review video on here. I go pretty in-depth into everything, the plot, etc., what I thought of it. So instead of getting into it in this video, you can just go ahead and watch my other video for all my thoughts on it. But 5-star review, so I obviously loved it. This one that got 5 stars is Promises to Keep, and this is by Patricia Sands. And Annie reviewed this one. It is the second book in the Love in Province series. The first book is The Promise of Province, which I believe Annie also did review. So I will leave the Amazon links below, plus the reviews to her, plus the links to her reviews on Chicklet Plus for both books in the series. Okay, the next one is also a review from Annie, and it is called Dew Point. And this one is by Maria Novella Vigano. I'm not really sure how do you pronounce that last name, but it says it's a poignant debut about loss, the bonds of family, and the unexpected paths of love. And in Annie's review, she said to say this book is engrossing would do it an injustice, or something along those lines. Hold on, let me check. Say the story is engrossing would not do it justice. God, I was like, that first way does not sound right. But so Annie absolutely loved it. She has a great review on Chicklet Plus. Again, that link will be below. That's another one that got 5 stars in October. The next one got 5 stars is The Italian Wife, and this is by Kate. This is by Kate Furnivall. Yes. It says the New York Times bestselling author of The Russian Concubine returns with a stunning new novel set in Mussolini's Italy. And Leah had a really great line in her review, and it said the characters were multi-dimensional, lovable, and always exceeding her expectations, which I thought was really interesting. So this one is a historical fiction novel, and again, it was The Italian Wife by Kate Furnivall. So the next one is Fallen Darkness, and this is by R.B. Austin. And our reviewer, Andrea, wrote this note. It does say that it's in a series. It's the Trihune series, book 2. Looks like Fallen Redemption is the first one. I will check to make sure. I think Andrea reviewed that one as well. If so, I'll leave it in the description box below. But Andrea mentions in her review that when she's reading a book, she makes notes throughout it, like little notes to, remind herself, or when she writes a review, she has these notes that she can look back on. And she said in her review that she only made one note for this book because it was so good that she didn't want to take the time to put the notes in. She just wanted to keep reading. So that is a 5-star book for sure. And then the last book to talk about is a 5-star review from myself. And this is Pieces of It All, and this is by Tracy Krimmer. Now, Tracy's an author that I've talked quite a bit about in the videos on here. I have reviewed Jaywalking and Cashing In from her as well, and I gave them both 5 stars, and I mentioned how I was able to connect with Tracy over social media. She offered to send me her books, and the first 2 I just absolutely loved them. They're like women's fiction, chick lit, women's fiction a little bit on the lighter side, chick lit just with a little bit, with like a smidgen more of a serious side. And this one, when Tracy asked if I wanted to review Pieces of It All, she's like, it's very different from the first 2, it's okay if you don't like it type of thing. And I was almost kind of nervous going into it, like, am I gonna like it, that sort of thing. But I started reading it, and this is one that I would classify as new adult because the main character that we follow, Beth, she is a high school senior and she's getting ready to go into her freshman year of college. So I would classify it as new adult, and basically it's just like we have the good girl versus the bad girl, or the good girl versus the bad girl. No, that's not what we have. We have the good girl who falls in love with the bad boy. There we go. And it's kind of one of like those classic scenarios of good girl, bad boy, but there's so much going on here. Like, it is very, I think the words that I used were like, it's very honest, it's very raw, it was very deep, it was a very emotional book, I thought, but I really connected to it. My first book that I wrote is called Destined to Fail, and it is on the new adult side as well. And I actually, like, as I was reading Pieces of It All, I was like, I just felt like I could connect with those characters so much because I don't want to say I saw a lot of Destined to Fail in it, but I saw a lot of like the same patterns, that sort of thing. There's a lot of issues with like alcoholism, abuse, addiction, that sort of thing in here. And I love to read these types of books because they just feel so real to me. And especially as I kept thinking, I was like, the ending, I feel like maybe I know where we're gonna go with the ending. It didn't go there. It didn't go there. And that just made me love the book even more. So again, the Amazon links will be in the description box, plus my full review on Amazon if you want to check that out as well. Okay, so that is all of our October 5-star book reviews on Chick Lit Plus. One, I hope you cannot hear my stomach growling in this video. It is 3:30 and I have not eaten since 7:30 this morning, and that was a toaster strudel. So I am starving, and it's just been such a crazy week that sometimes I forget that I need to eat, and then I hear my stomach growling. I'm like, oh Lord. I also hope the lighting has been okay because it's like a very cloudy day, but like all of a sudden the sun will peek through and then it goes away, and then the sun will peek through and then it'll go away, and I'm like, oh Nelly, how is this gonna look? But that is all I have for this video. I'll be filming the beauty and lifestyle October favorites coming up here soon as well. What else do I have coming up in November? What else do I have coming up for you guys? I don't even know. I just made my November schedule the other day, and now I can't even remember. My one book review, video review is going to be on A Week at the Lake by Wendy Wax, so look for that one to be coming soon. I also am going to be doing another like author focused video. This is going to be on how to pitch to book bloggers, so if you are an author, keep looking for that one because I will be filming that video soon. If you have any other video requests, let me know. Book bloggers, if you have any comments or suggestions you want me to leave in that video, please comment below. Let me know your blog name as well if you do that, or just tweet it to me as well. That will work also. I will be working on that video. If you guys have any other video suggestions that you want me to do, please do let me know. As we're getting into the holiday season, my mind's rolling with like different things that I can do. I have a few holiday themed ideas that I can do here coming up. But if you have any suggestions, of course, just let me know. Please do give this video a thumbs up before you leave so I know that you like seeing these favorite videos, and subscribe before you go, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.